7 o'clock a.m. I'm standing in my own kitchen, barely awake, coffee in hand, and I swear my life turns into a crime thriller right there. Because I look out my window and see Kelly, our neighborhood psycho HOA president, sliding a key into my front door, and click, the damn thing actually turns. She lets herself in with this smug look like she's collecting rent. My wife's somewhere in the house. I'm panicking, and here comes the queen of Oakwood Heights, just strolling in, convinced she's untouchable. Before I can even process it, Tracy steps into the hallway, holding something in her hand that makes Kelly freeze solid. I'd never seen my wife look so dangerous or Kelly so terrified. Ever had your HOA president break into your house? You can drop your wildest neighbor story below because, yeah, this happened to me. Let me back up a second. My name's Justin Roberts, and about 6 months ago, my wife Tracy and I thought we'd scored a slice of the American dream. Brand new house in Oakwood Heights, picket fences, friendly faces. Welcome to the neighborhood. All that stuff. Seemed perfect until Kelly introduced herself. She brought a rulebook thicker than a phone directory, full of legalese, told us all about community standards and preserving property values. I thought it was overkill, but what did I know? Turns out, we'd moved in next door to someone who thought being HOA president gave her the right to run the entire country. The first notice came 3 days later. Our mailbox was off by 2 inches. 2 inches, like she'd used a protractor and a tape measure just waiting for us to mess up. Fine, whatever, I fixed it. Next week, we get another notice because we put the garbage cans out a half day early. 12 hours, not 12 days, not 12 minutes. Apparently a crisis requiring documentation and threats of fines. I started wondering if Kelly slept with the bylaws under her pillow, but Tracy just laughed it off. She said, "Some people need to feel important, babe." But one morning, I catch Kelly at our front door with a key ring the size of a medieval jailer's. She's got little tags labeled with everyone's addresses. My stomach drops. This wasn't a first-time deal. Tracy stands beside me, watching Kelly try every key, taking notes with that calm, focused look she gets when she's building a case at work. Tracy's a paralegal, and she writes down everything, times, descriptions, the whole 9 yards. Meanwhile, Kelly, frustrated, starts snapping photos of our yard, the mailbox, the steps, muttering about exterior violations. When I go outside and ask what she's doing, she says, "Emergency inspection protocol," holding up her key ring like it's a badge. I tell her she has no right to enter, but she rattles off, "Emergency access authority." And for a split second, I actually question myself. Is that a thing? Could she be right? That's when Tracy joins us, cool as ever, and asks to see the actual documentation. Kelly tries to brush her off. Internal procedures, not for homeowners' eyes, but Tracy just starts recording, quoting state housing law and demanding paperwork. Kelly's confidence cracks for the first time. She storms off, but leaves us a notice demanding interior compliance inspection in 48 hours. It looks official, but it feels off. That night, I'm lying awake thinking about Kelly's key ring and Tracy's mysterious legal skills when I hear someone fiddling with our front door. It's almost midnight. Kelly's back, only now she's got actual lock-picking tools, not keys, like she's starring in Ocean's 11, Suburban Edition. I wake Tracy. She's not even surprised, just says, "Call the police," and start recording. The dispatcher barely cares until I mention lock-picking tools. By the time I get back to the window, Kelly's gone, vanished into the shadows. Next morning, we change all the locks and Tracy orders security cameras. This isn't about mailbox angles anymore, Justin. This is felony breaking and entering. I'm thinking, come on, Tracy, it's just HOA drama. But she gives me a look that's pure steel. That's when Kelly shows up again. But this time, she's brought backup. A locksmith, a guy with a toolbox and a face that says he hates his job. Kelly waves around more official papers. Emergency Structural Assessment Authority, she claims. The locksmith tells Tracy, "Ma'am, she's paying me to change your locks for safety compliance." She says she's got legal authority. Tracy stands tall and says, "If you do this, you're participating in criminal destruction of property. I'm recording this for evidence." The locksmith looks at Tracy, then at Kelly, and just packs up his tools. "Lady, I'm not getting arrested for HOA drama." Kelly's furious, screaming about emergency powers, board minutes, legal coverage. but Tracy just asks her to produce any actual proof. Of course, Kelly can't. And then, Kelly drops this line that sends a chill through me. Some people think they can escape their responsibilities by moving somewhere new. But past mistakes always catch up with you. I suddenly realize this isn't about paint colors or trash cans. Kelly's targeting us. I ask her, have we met before? Her face goes ice cold. You know exactly what you did. Some families never recover from vindictive enforcement. Before I can push, a cop pulls up. Officer Parker. He sighs like he's seen this before. Turns out, Parker knows Kelly, because she's his wife. That's right. Our HOA president is married to a cop, and she's been using that to intimidate neighbors for months. But Parker doesn't back her up. He says flat out, Mrs. Phillips has no legal authority to enter your property. Kelly explodes, but he holds the line. After they leave, I ask Tracy what's really going on. She's quiet for a long time, then admits she's been researching Kelly since day one. Public records, financials, the works. Kelly Phillips moved here 18 months ago, but there's almost no digital footprint before that. I think she's using a fake identity. That night, things get worse. We catch Kelly and a stranger in our backyard with professional cameras and measuring tools, documenting every inch of our property. Tracy dials the police, but also grabs her laptop, files I've never seen, and says, there's something else about my research. Then I get a text from an unknown number. Your safety inspection destroyed my family. Now I'm going to destroy yours. Tracy goes pale. I know who she really is. At 3 a.m., we wake up to power tools in the driveway. Kelly's brought another locksmith, and this time it's a full operation, like a SWAT raid on our house. Tracy's calm, though, telling the locksmith and Kelly their actions are criminal. She even throws legal jargon that makes the locksmith bail. But Kelly doubles down, now accusing me of ruining her brother's life. Suddenly, it all makes sense. Kelly's real name? Kelly Patterson Phillips, sister of Tommy Patterson, a contractor I cited 3 years ago for massive safety violations. That building nearly killed 3 workers when it collapsed. Tommy went to prison and died there, and now Kelly's blaming me, convinced I destroyed her family for the sake of a safety report. But Tracy's got receipts. She knows Tommy was running a fraud ring, using fake materials, bribing inspectors. My report saved lives, but to Kelly, I'm the villain. And Kelly's not working alone. Tracy uncovers financial backing from other contractors in Tommy's old network. This is organized revenge. Suddenly, we're not just dealing with a vindictive neighbor, we're targets in an interstate harassment campaign. Tracy confesses she's been working with federal investigators all along, documenting Kelly's every move, cross-referencing surveillance, financial records, even linking her to other families driven out by similar campaigns. It all comes to a head when Kelly shows up with her moving crew. 6 people, all coordinated, all acting like it's a federal raid. But Tracy's ready. While Kelly finally unlocks our front door, Tracy steps out with a federal warrant, official letterhead, multiple signatures, the real deal. Kelly's jaw drops, clipboard hits the floor, keys spill everywhere, dozens of keys, each tagged with a neighbor's address. Officer Parker's there, too, but this time he's brought backup, 2 other cops who've been waiting for this moment as much as we have. Tracy reads the charges: criminal harassment, stalking, conspiracy, interstate intimidation. Kelly breaks down right there in our doorway, screaming about how I ruined her family. But Tracy shuts her down, calm but fierce. Tommy destroyed himself. Justin's report saved lives. News of the arrest goes viral. Kelly's lawyer releases audio evidence of me threatening Tommy Patterson before his death. The recordings sound exactly like me, my voice, my inflection, even my cough. The whole city turns against me. My supervisor suspends me. Neighbors shun us. Someone spray paints "corrupt cop" on my mailbox. I almost start to believe I did what the tapes claim, destroyed a man's life out of spite, until Tracy, the relentless investigator she is, proves the recordings are deep fakes, digitally stitched together from public meetings and phone calls. Kelly's network has been manufacturing evidence to destroy every inspector involved in the Patterson case. That's when Tracy drops the final bombshell. She's not just a paralegal. She's a federal agent, assigned to protect me after Tommy's conviction. Our whole marriage started as an assignment, but it became real. She's been coordinating a multi-state sting, building a case against Kelly's entire operation. My wife is Wonder Woman, and I never even knew it. When Kelly's crimes finally make national news, federal fraud, harassment, conspiracy, she gets 25 years in prison. Her master keys go to a law enforcement museum as a warning to future would-be tyrants. I'm promoted to regional director for safety inspections. The president gives me a medal. Our neighbors throw a block party, and construction safety laws get reformed because of my case. Tracy stays with me, not just as a protector, but as my actual wife. And every day, we sit on our porch, looking at the neighborhood we fought so hard to protect, and I'm reminded, sometimes, doing your job and standing up for what's right makes you the villain in someone's story, but it also saves lives. The real victory isn't the medals or the headlines. It's getting to live an honest life with the people who stood by you when the whole world seemed out to get you. So yeah, that's how our crazy HOA president learned the hard way that the real key to power is doing the right thing, even when it nearly destroys you. Got your own HOA nightmare? Drop it in the comments. And remember, sometimes the people you love are fighting for you in ways you'll never even know. Keep your doors locked, your neighbors honest, and your courage steady, because you never know when your story might be the next one to prove that truth really is stranger than fiction.